Welcome back, trainers. So the next community day has been announced for October, and that is going to be Trapinch. We're going to be going over everything we need to know about Flygon to see how good it is, as well as speculating on what move it can possibly learn. I have everything here, so we're going to be going over that. And then towards the end, we're going to be speculating whether Sirfetch'D is going to possibly be entering into Pokemon Go, a sword exclusive that's going to be evolving from Farfetch'd. Pretty interesting stuff. So for the Trapinch Community Day, this is going to be going down October 12th at 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. your local time zone. Let's take a look at the bonuses here. Of course, we have the 3-hour lures. As far as the bonus that we're looking for, we have 3 times catch XP. So personally for me, I'm not really too interested in that whatsoever. I'm just going to be hunting for those PvP IV Trapinch because that is where this thing is going to be shining, as we will take a look at here. It already is pretty viable in PvP as the moves it does currently have. It can be a little bit better because it does have that Earthquake, takes a bit of time to get there, even though it does have Mudshot, a fantastic move to charge your energy for the charge moves. So the exclusive move, what can this possibly be? Now, before we get into all the speculation and go through Bulbapedia and all that, I'm just going to go ahead and say I think it's going to get Earth Power. That's right, Earth Power is going to be a fantastic ground type move, and with its quick move, charging it extremely quick, it's going to be very useful. As well as going over to Pvpoke, putting it up against other Pokemon that are kind of a threat towards it to see how well it will pull up with that Earth Power as opposed to Earthquake. So let's go ahead and get into all the information here. Alright, so Flygon is going to be a dual typing of Ground and Dragon, max CP 2661, attack 205, defense 168, and stamina 190. Taking a look at the weaknesses, it's going to be weak to Dragon, Fairy, and then 4 times weak to Ice, being that Ground and Dragon type, both of those being weak to the Ice. Resisting Electric quite a bit because Ground resists Electric as well as Dragon, so that's pretty nice there. Resisting Fire, Poison, and Rock. Taking a look at its moves, we do have Mudshot, Dragon Tail, Stone Edge, Earthquake, and Dragon Claw. So as it stands currently for PvP in the Great League specifically, this is a pretty good Pokemon. Flygon isn't horrible or anything like that because Mudshot, as you may know if you do PvP, will grant you quite a bit of energy for those charge moves, and you will be able to spam Dragon Claw at an extreme rate, as well as getting to Stone Edge as well as Earthquake. So as far as going up against gyms and raids with Flygon here, is it going to be useful? Not so much. I mean, it can find some sort of usability going up against electric type raids, I suppose, being doubled up on that resistance there, and it does have Mudshot as well as Earthquake, so 2 super effective moves to electric type Pokemon, but there's going to be better options as far as ground type Pokemon. Now, as far as going into gyms and raids as a pure dragon type attacker, more so on the raid end, does have Dragon Tail, which is decent. Dragon Claw, not so much. That attack is on the lower end compared to all of the other dragon types, so this one here is probably it's going to sit out concerning that, but you never know. It can find a decent spot on a 6 unique team, I suppose, but otherwise this is going to possibly more than likely strictly be for PvP. But if it does receive Earth Power, we're going to be taking a look at that to see how well it does perform. Now, as far as a raid standpoint, if it did receive Earth Power, it is going to put it on another level, absolutely above Earthquake, finding a little bit more usability, but we're going to take a look at that here in just a second. But for now, let's go ahead and hop over to Bulbapedia and do a little speculation. It has Dragon Claw. Dragon Breath would make it decent, I suppose, but the movesets it does currently have are fantastic, so I don't think it really needs Dragon Breath. Then we do see Bulldoze. A Sand Tomb, I don't think so, and there's that Earth Power. Earthquake it already has. Dragon Rush has yet to be introduced into Pokemon Go, and I think if it did, probably Garchomp's going to get that first as a Community Day move. So moving on here to the TM moves, we see Dragon Claw yet again, Earth Power, and several other decent moves that I do not think it's going to get, absolutely not. Then we have Bulldoze, Dragon Tail yet again, which it already has. So Earth Power is going to be better than Bulldoze. Then we see Bug Bite, and yet again Earth Power for the breeding moves. So guys, I'm pretty sure Earth Power is what we're going to get on Flygon. It could be something else, but it's going to be so good if it does receive this, and it needs that. Taking a look at the move tutor moves, Draco Meteor, Dragon Pulse, Earth Power yet again, and then Outrage. So Outrage is a possibility, but we don't really need any more dragon type attackers. Even with Outrage, it's still going to be way behind the other dragon types. Earth Power is going to put it on another level, especially for PvP. Now, over here on Gamepress, let's go ahead and take a look at the top ground type attackers. I did take that Earth Power off Garchomp since it was causing a bit of confusion, and I put Earth Power on Flygon so we can see here. So this is going up against gyms and raids, right? So we do have Landorus at the top, Excadrill, Groudon, Garchomp, Golett, Excadrill, Mamoswine, and then Flygon way down there with Mudshot and Earth Power sitting at 12.6. So pretty significantly behind, as you can see, even when it does receive Earth Power. So this is actually going to be more of a PvP Pokemon for the battlers. I'm pretty excited about this one to hunt those perfect IVs with the lowest attack I can find, higher defense and stamina. So it should be pretty fun, as well as getting those shinies. So there you have it as far as going up against the gyms and raids. Not looking so hot for Flygon, even if it did receive Earth Power, and it would look the same even if it received Outrage on the list of other dragon types. It probably wouldn't even be on the top. Alright, so moving on to PvP. This is going to be the top ground type attackers. Garchomp, and then Groudon. Well, Groudon first. Landorus, Swampert, Golem, Rhydon, or should I say Rhyperior, and then Flygon with Mudshot and Earth Power sitting at 8.1, and then if you look at the top with Groudon sitting at 12.3, but you don't use Groudon in the Great League, so we can rule that out. Let's look at Swampert there sitting at 9.1, and then Flygon with Earth Power sitting at 8.1. So Flygon does have that Dragon Claw that it will be able to use alongside Earth Power, making it extremely useful. Say you go up against a Steel type Pokemon, well, it's going to be game over for that Steel type if you possibly have a shield, and hopefully it does not have something hitting you extremely hard like a Meteor Mash, Metagross, or something like that. So what does Flygon have to fear? That's going to be the Ice Pokemon, because it's going to be Ground and Dragon type. So we're going to actually look at a simulator over on Pvpoke to see how well it does going up against an Azumarill with Earth Power. So it would typically lose big time, even if it had 2 shields to Azumarill here. It depends. If the Azumarill didn't have any shields and the Flygon had shields, it could probably pull up with Earthquake. So as you can see here, with 2 shields and Earth Power up against a Azumarill, it will be winning significantly. That's obviously using both of those shields there. Earth Power is going to be great. So let's go ahead and switch it to Earthquake and see how well it performs with 2 shields against the Azumarill, and it does not win. So as you can see, Earth Power is giving it a significant buff for PvP and helping it out big time. So let's go ahead and go up against a Lapras. This time it's going to have a quick move, Ice Shards. Let's see how well it performs. 2 shields. It's losing hard because, well, it's extremely weak to Ice. But let's switch that up to Water Gun. Let's see how well Flygon performs against Lapras, and it is able to barely beat it. It goes from losing hard to actually winning barely. So that's pretty much it for Flygon. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Now, for that speculation on Sirfetch'D. Now, this is going to be an evolution from Farfetch'd, and this is going to be a Sword exclusive. Now, the reason why I included this is because we did get the Alolan Pokemon significantly early. It's like, what's going on here? Alolan Pokemon already? You never know what they might do here as a promotion for Pokemon Sword and Shield. We just might be able to get this and evolve it. Now, the way to evolve this specific Pokemon in the Sword and Shield game, or should I say the Sword version, because it's going to be exclusive to that, is you have to win many battles using your Farfetch'd. So that's very interesting. Hopefully we can see this coming into Pokemon Go, because look at this thing. Farfetch'd got an evolution, guys, and it's fighting type. That's awesome. I love that white color. I love the sorted. It does have, and it says once the sword does wither away, it retires for good. So that's very interesting. I wonder how long that sword's longevity is. So there you have it. Pretty interesting stuff here. I really want this, and it's making me want to play Sword and Shield even more now. But I don't want to get too sucked into it when it does come out, because that's going to cut into my Pokemon Go grinding time significantly. Anyways, with that said, trainers, if you enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I will be keeping you posted on everything there is going on regarding Pokemon Go, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.